habla mi idioma.
Sí, la entiendo.
¿Quién habla?
Debo hablar rápido. ¿Le ha visto alguien?
¿Y los ayatolás no prohíben que las mujeres fumen?
Encienda su máquina.
¿Por qué debería escucharla?
Escuche mi historia primero y sabrá por qué debería escuchar. En este pueblo pasan cosas que usted no sabe.
Soraya, 2 hombres te acusan de comportamiento indigno para una esposa y madre.
¡Eso es mentira! Quiero saber qué pasa.
No es asunto tuyo, no lo entiendes.
Hay hombres en este pueblo que son como perros salvajes.
Te tragarás tu veneno y te envenenarás.
Les contaré la verdad, no me callaré. Las voces de las mujeres aquí no importan. Quiero que se lleve mi voz con usted.
Me obligasteis a mentir.
Vosotros me mentisteis.
¡Qué mentiras! ¡Tú eres el alcalde! No puedo dejar que se vaya.
¿De qué me está hablando aparte de...?
¡Rashid!
¿Cómo se atreve? Que la ira del divino caiga sobre usted. Que el maligno se os lleve a ti y a los tuyos durante 3 generaciones. ¡Fuera de esta casa!
Why did you get into this project which has brought a lot of difficulties with it?
I got into this movie because the producer of The Passion of the Christ, Steve Caviezel, called me up and told me that the man who was playing Fred, and the role I ended up playing, fell out. And he said, would you take a look at it? I said, sure. He says, well, the only thing is that you have to make a decision like in a few hours. So I did, I read it, and I told him that I would do it. A good director, great producer, great writing. But the story, I couldn't get it out of my mind. And those are usually the movies I have to do, no matter how hard they are. Life isn't easy. But I find great joy in doing things that are right. I feel this was very right. So it hasn't been seen by a lot of people because they've chose not to see it. But the film has been seen by many Iranians and people that are living under great oppression. And it will continue to have an audience long after I'm gone.
Born today.
Main injustice?
Yeah.
Abortion. Number 1. After that, can you imagine how many doctors, lawyers that have died, or scientists, great people? And it's been a great crime, worse than slavery, because slaves were valuable. People throw a disregard for human life and call it whatever it want. They don't call it a life, they call it a choice. Pope John Paul came to the United States and he says every generation of Americans needs to know that freedom exists not to do what you like, but having the right to do what you ought. Abortion is very simple. Do you know how many people died in World War II? Do you know how many?
10 million?
54 million. Is that a lot of people?
Yeah.
That's how many abortions in the United States. Is that a lot?
Yeah.
Do you know how many abortions in the world every year? 44 million. Is that a lot? Now do that number count, 44 million.
Can you confirm that there is a growing presence of Christian values in Hollywood? Is a perception that some people are getting. Can you confirm it? That Christian values are showing up in more and more movies and more people working in Hollywood?
No, I can't confirm that. I can only confirm it in me. But one movie I did was big enough to change. The one thing I have a hard time to understand is, why is it that when you do a film like The Passion, aren't you making other religious films? They seem to make a lot of money if you do these, but they don't. So.
Do you think there is a bigger reason against religion in movies, so people aren't doing them?
Do you believe there's evil?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yes.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Of course, there's evil in the world. And evil is going to do what it can, but it can't stop us. You have to continue to get up anyway and fight the battle. And it really isn't over until you die. And when you die, then you rest with God. And at that point, what you did on this earth for Him, it's better than money. It's better than gold. It's better than power on this earth, you see. I have no doubt that the darkness is moving and it's getting stronger, but the light will always penetrate, always. And all I can do is do my thing, speak where I can. Challenges? Oh, concerned about fighting against things that people always, your feelings, fear, all of that. I feel fear, but I'm not encompassed by it. It doesn't tell me not to do movies like this. It tells me not to do, fear feels, but I don't allow it to come into me. And what do other people think of you? What do I care what other people think of me? What does matter the most? What does God think of me? That's the most important thing.
Les contaré la verdad. No me callaré. Se lo contaré al mundo.